buzzbait bass. So I'm the multifarious fisherman. This is 7 fish. We're in a canoe office. What I want to talk about basically is having fun. Times are a little different. People are dealing with some stuff and getting out to the lakes to get away. I'm throwing an early season buzzbait, pre-spawn buzzbait. I caught a fish on a spinner early. Didn't have my camera on. It was not a big fish. But I am gonna toss a buzzbait around a little bit, see if I can get bit again, because honestly, that's a fun way to catch a fish. If that doesn't work, I'll pretty quickly change to something else, but for right now, biggest fish I've caught is on a buzzbait. And it wasn't big, but bigger than the other one. Throwing that mock smash combo again today, just further developing an opinion on it. Not super confident in my buzzbait bite. Caught one, got blown up by one. Give it a few more minutes. I got a corner over here that if they're hitting buzzbaits, they should be hitting them there. If I don't pick one up there, we're on to another tactic. Time to switch. Not happy with what I got going on. Gotta make a change. In our continued attempt to have fun, I am running a square bill out here away from the heavy weeds, and I'm just tickling the tops of some deep weeds out here. Don't know if it'll work or not, but we're going to give it a shot for a minute or two. Might try that jig. Oh, bluegill's trying to eat my bluegill. This is kind of cool though. Last throw with the square bill in this location, we're going to try something different. Picked up something, let the jig drop to the bottom, and got into some kind of fish. It's a nice white. Picked it up on the drop. Thought I got hit when I threw over there before. Put it back out there and hit it right when it got on the bottom. Nice white crappie. Throwing a Berkeley snap jig with a Z-Man minnows, with a Z, of course. And color is called Meat Dog. It's a purple over smoke. It's a nice color. I think I just got hit again. Did not keep them pinned. With those crappies are post-spawn. She didn't have a lot in her, and I saw bluegills on beds, which would make me think the crappie should be done. We saw bed and bass on Friday. Today's Sunday. This is some fairly slow fishing, and not my favorite kind, but I like catching fish. Oh, gilly gill. Silly female. Ow. They're so fun though. Having fun, which is what I'm trying to do. He hit it hard. He's a little smaller than the last one. White crappie though, not bad. Tail is a little tore up. Unlike the bluegill, he wasn't jacking around. He just came up and thumped it. The bluegill kind of keep sucking on it, tugging on it. So many cool looking colors on these guys. I don't know if you can see. There's kind of a purpley color on top. Probably can't see it because of the way the sun's hitting it. Goes through kind of a teal, blue, green into a yellow down the side. I don't know if your side saw what I saw, but beautiful. Need to get down just a little bit further, I think, for those crappie. Gillies are up, picking on it a little higher, but as soon as I drop down a little, another white. Just as soon as it got down to depth, he was on it. I got the line hooked over my finger, which gives me a little added level of feel. I'm running a St. Croix Premier, so I've got pretty good feel with the rod, but running that line over your finger is a nice little adder. Wind spun me around, so I'm not right over the top of the same piece of structure. About tell that's not a crappie. A little feistier, smaller. It's a gill, female bluegill, but not bad. But definitely not as big as a crappie, but God, they give it a little bit more of a tussle. So I don't even have to really cast and retrieve this. I can just hang her down. A little bigger female, but not a ton. Could be fun on a fly rod. Littler, smaller crappie. Release one, hook one. Spinning up into shallower water, and the size of the fish has gone down a bit. You can see though, I'm not using minnows. I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm hanging a jig right below the boat. Really feeling for the strike, you know, following the jig down. That's a better one. Just a white marabou jig. These aren't protecting spawning bed crappie, which can be pretty easy if you get something in front of them, they pick it up. These are post-spawn feeding crappie. Just one after another, really. So I wanted to make a movie. I wanted to make a video about crappies hitting jerkbaits, because we catch a lot of them on jerkbaits and it's a fun way to fish them. But I gotta tell you, if the jerkbaits aren't working right away, do something different. Jigs are good. Jigs are always good for crappie. Always a good technique. Just gotta get them down to their depth and, oh, he come off. That was a little nicer one, but you don't have to believe me because I didn't show him to you. Down there in the weeds, I can feel the weeds on my jig. He picked it up on the drop. So when you're dropping your jig and it just doesn't get tight, it's probably some rascal picked it up on the drop. That one feels like a crappie, and it is. I need to get back out over the deeper water. We didn't move very far. Let's see if it made a difference. I did just get bit, but it didn't feel like a big fish. Felt like a bluegill, to be honest. That's definitely a gill. God, they're pulling hard. He's pulling hard. That's a male. Thicker. Look at the stripes on him. Very cool. Thick boy. He's a chunker. They just pull so hard. For the size of them, for no bigger than they are, they pull hard. So I'm in the deeper water next to a channel swing. That's what this spot is. And it's a spot where the channel comes close to the bank. It could be fished from shore with bobbers. I don't find bobbers to be a real fun way to fish, but effective, and it's what a lot of people end up doing just because that's what they got. And just a little light lift and drop to get their attention, let them know it's over here. Water's pretty clear, so they should see it from a little ways off, but movement's always more eye-catching than something that's stationary. A lot of times they'll hit it when it's stationary, but a lot of times if you're not getting bit and you move it around a little bit, calls attention to it, and then they come over to investigate, they'll pick it up when it's sitting still, but after you've moved it. It's funny too, it's not a full moon, new moon situation, it's a half moon, which is usually not optimum necessarily, but you fish when you get a chance to fish, and that's what I'm doing. I'm off this weekend and public lakes are full of people. Not that that's bad. We caught fish with people around quite a bit around us on Friday. Just got to get her sunk down to where the fish are and fish on. I'll let Z have all the fun with the crappie fishing. Could do more chasing bass and other stuff, but as we said before, we kind of fish for everything. You've seen a lot of trout this year. Sort of situational, but I do enjoy catching some trout. Traditional tackle and spinning rod. Traditional tackle and fly rod. That was a little guy. Big male swimming circles. Marabou jig. Settle down. Oh, he's pooing on me. Marabou jig are... Now he's peeing. Big fella though. Marabou jigs are effective for a lot of different species of fish. I saw a mink earlier, that was really cool. Female gilly, she's full of P&V. Another squarebill fish. Eating those bluegills up tight. He jumped on her pretty quick after it landed. Okay, this guy is a spawning male. Still a white crappie, still has the vertical marks, but very dark. It's because he's up on a bed, came out of shallow water. Dark belly, which is kind of cool. A lot of people call that a black crappie just because he's dark, but you'll find white crappie or black crappies that are real light colored. You'll find dark white crappies that are real dark. This is a gill, I can tell by the way it's fighting. Male, big male. I mean, real nice male. Easy. Those male crappies, when they get all dark like that, we call them tuxedos. So this is an example of a day when I went out. I had some fun. I fished for whatever was biting. Caught up a lot of them, honestly, and had a really nice time. Thought I'd show you what it was I was doing and some stuff about the species of fish that we were catching. When the school's in, take advantage, catch a few. These are down there, but you know what? This is a first for this pond. This is a black crappie. I have never caught a black crappie in this pond. See how the coloration is all over the place? It's not necessarily that much darker than the other fish we've been catching, but that's a black crappie. Did not know he had them in here. And I've caught a lot of crappie in this pond. I appreciate you joining us today for the video, and I do hope that you come see us. Tuesday's video this week will be a quiz, and I hope you join us for that. I hope you participate in the comments for Tuesday's video. We'll hit you again next Friday, hopefully with some of the other guys. I believe we have an opportunity to get the other fellas on the water, and we'll go see what we can find. Oh, smokes. Smokes. Ouch. Tuxedo. As always, if there's some particular thing you want to see for season 3, let us know. We're more than happy to take requests. Try to make videos that you guys want to take a look at. Pumped it. Ouch. Feel free to subscribe. We're growing. We're happy about it.